So today we're doing a gallery walk, and all the students have done individual projects to really synthesize what they've learned about energy during our energy unit.
So they're trying to take the information that we learned in class and put it together with information they had to learn independently and put together a project.
I made a card game about the sources of energy, and it's kind of like the game War. So you take two cards and you compare the two to see which one's the most efficient and just the best for energy in general.
This is my solar oven. It takes the sun's rays and focuses them in the center, and then the middle of the box is black to keep the heat in because black absorbs heat.
I mapped out each energy source for each state. For example, black, if I colored in black, it would be coal, and then green is natural gas, and then brown is nuclear, and hydroelectric is blue.
We're hoping that the students not only learn about the different forms of energy, but the different sources that we use to get our energy. And in class, the students did some independent research, and they looked for the advantages and the disadvantages of the variety of energy sources that we use in our country.
As I did all my research, I learned more about energy than I knew. I learned where energy came from and how it was made and how long it took to make it.
So say I took wind power and hydropower. They're both inexhaustible, but one might be cheaper than the other. Mine's really green, yours is kind of green. So mine wins in that one.
So they're going around and they're playing each other's games, they're reading each other's posters, they did public service announcements. I'm really hoping that they will be better able to be knowledgeable consumers of energy.
And it doesn't cost as much once you build it because the sun's a free resource that anyone can use.
I tried to cook a marshmallow and I melted butter.
I didn't know photosynthesis would also count as a kind of energy.
Most of the United States uses non-renewable, and that's cheap and bad for the environment. So I think we should try to use more wind.
I designed a board game with all different types of energies. There's different questions it asks. It asks about the sources of energy.
I'm always surprised at their ability to think outside the box because we're so restricted by what we think should happen. They often come up with creative ideas for solutions.
And so we're hoping from this that the students realize that a lot of the sources of energy we use, coal, petroleum, other fossil fuels, have a lot of disadvantages for our environment.
If you land in the square, it might say, coal is polluting the air, move back 2 spaces.
And we also want to point out to them that there's a lot of advantages of using the renewable energy or inexhaustible energy, solar energy, biomass, geothermal energy.
I learned that there's no perfect energy. All energy has flaws. There's almost every single energy can be really bad for the environment. Some are really good for the environment, but really expensive.
My hope is that students learned that they are able to come up with creative solutions, that they are part of the solution as well as sometimes part of the problem.
We hope when they walk away from this energy unit that they're left wondering, how in the future can we change what we're doing now and make it better?
I think that they're not all perfect, but some are better than others. So we should probably stop using as many fossil fuels and start using more inexhaustible resources.
I made hot chocolate in there and it got very hot. It also tasted good.